Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy, manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1-844-626-BUDDY.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test Prep Pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India
with Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. For more details, please visit www.tdaconvention.org.
If tax rate is your issue, we're probably not your state.
Tone deaf and out of touch. Phil Murphy just doesn't get it. I'm Jack Chittarelli. It's not just taxes where he's failed us. Phil Murphy ignored the warnings and sent COVID patients into nursing homes. 8,000 seniors and veterans died. He tried to ban cops from notifying parents when kids are caught with drugs or alcohol. Who does that? Had enough? New Jersey, it doesn't have to be this way. We can do better. And when I'm governor, we will.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్ట్లు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.
Hello and welcome back to yet another fantastic episode of our talk show with experts. Manatho Mana expert Rahul Reddy garu. Rahul garu, thank you so much for being on the show today.
Thanks for inviting me, Garu.
This program has been brought to you by the Test Prep Pundits. They help you achieve the best for your kids on SAT and ACT tests. They're offering some SAT long-term English courses for grades 6 through 10, which also includes free mock test Sunday. Please visit their website for more details. They have been on a roll as of now. 28% of the students got top 1% scores in the October 2nd SAT test Sunday. 70% of the test takers got 95 and above percentile. That is an incredible goal to achieve. So Test Prep Pundits would like to thank their teachers, students, and their parents for all of their hard work. And this program has been supported by movers.com and Malabar Jewelers. So first of all, happy Halloween to everyone. I know I'm excited. You're excited. Lots of parties, lots of trick or treat, lots and lots of candy, and lots of dental cavities. But let's not go there yet. All right. On that note, let's start our show. Rahul Garu, I know we had a different topic set up for today about EB2 versus EB3. Which one is better? But we have a more dhamakedar topics that we're going to switch this out for, and we're going to discuss that. That is the Build Back Better Act and the immigration provisions in it. Now that we know that the budget bill is going to pass, what are you expecting on immigration, Rahul Garu? Can you please elaborate?
First is, you said the test preparers, their children are doing they're doing very good. But most of the immigration provisions previously have discriminated against Indians, though, particularly for the people who have been following the law. Most of the Indians have been maintaining their children's status at H4 and then converting it to F1. So this bill, budget bill, which is called as Build Back Better Act, does not discriminate between the lawfully present in the country and unlawfully present in the country. If the children have entered in United States at the age of 18, under the age of 18, and they are physically present here on January 1st of 2021, they've been continuously present in United States. Continuously doesn't mean that they can take the vacations going to India, but they're going to school and other things. They will be allowed to get the green card under this provision.
Does that mean, Andy, that there will be no need to lock the age and stuff, or is it like...
You're right. Don't need to. Their age is locked if they entered into United States under 18. They are present here physically on January 1st, 2021.
Wow.
Those are the provisions that are required. Now, on top of that, for the employment base, so we have some good news, but I will tell the bad news later on. But the good news is that they are not going to count the family members into the employment-based immigration.
Oh, wow.
That means that instead of 140,000, we may be expecting the green cards to go to 300,000 green cards per year. And they are going to use the unused employment-based immigration from 1992 to 2003. That's the provision. It's a little bit controversial. Should have said to 2000 present. But anyway, we are going to get approximately 250,000 green cards under this. On top of that, they said that if still the priority date doesn't become current, if your I-140 has been approved for 2 years, you can file the adjustment of status by paying extra $5,000.
Okay.
So these definitely are, there is no provision to remove the 7% per country limit in this bill, even though I would wish that I would see that. But even with all the provisions, though, we'll be in a good shape for at least one decade. Now, the only bad point is that this is there in the House. We don't see the same provisions in the Senate, though, yet.
Okay.
So we don't know if they will be somehow put in as an amendment, they will be added into it. we'll have to see how these things will get into Senate though. As far as
Why the
housing,
difference, Andy?
because we have the Senate parliamentarian, an unelected person who has been appointed, and she's been putting objections to these provisions though.
Okay.
I think so. I mean, I don't know why they are not presenting it to her about at least the employment base though, because in the employment based, we are not increasing the number of green cards though, because the people who are I-140 has been approved for more than 2 years, they are not going to get the green card. They will just be able to file a 485 application though, if the priority date is not current. Now, the unused amount of green cards that we are going to use it right now, I mean, these are unused, so the amount of number has not gone up.
Right.
The other thing is that not counting the family members, they should have been counted at any time at all. I mean, I don't know why they are counting the family members.
Right.
So they should not have counted the family members though. So that should have been the interpretation from the beginning. So they're trying to interpret better this way in the bill. So technically speaking, we haven't been increasing the number of green cards. So these provisions should be coming in, but we will have to see. The battle is going to be there in the next 1 week to about 1 month. It's going to be a huge, humongous provisions. We have given a draft at the bottom of the link, guys, here, where you can contact your senators, and we have given a draft letter to you for you to provide for you to contact the senators.
Got it. Thank you, Rahul Garu. And like you said, the ETA is about a week to a month from now. You know, as to when this might get passed. Is that right?
Anywhere between 1 week to about 2 months, the time that we have. Because most probably this has to be passed by, I mean, it's not a rule, but it is better to be passed before December 30th of 2021.
Makes sense, Andy. Okay. Thank you so much, Rahul Garu. That was a big, issue to address, and definitely better than the EB2 versus EB3 topic. So I'm glad we're, on the cusp of, some beautiful changes that hopefully come through. And on that note, let's get started with our callers, Andy, because I know there's a lot of them who are waiting to speak with you. All right, let's get started. Let's take our first caller, Andy. Caller with a phone number ending in 2839. We ready for you? Caller with the phone number ending in 2839. Hello?
Are you able to hear me?
Yes, sir, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Hello, Rahul and Nitya Garu. Thanks for providing your suggestions, valuable suggestions, sir. Sir, my priority date is EB2, June 6, 2011. And I downgraded to EB3. And I received EAD and AP, and my I-140 is also approved. On October 22nd, I received a mail that my case has been transferred to NBC. And I also heard that cases which have retrogressed or which will get retrogressed were also transferred to NBC. So I'm a bit confused, like why it was. I mean, in the mail, physical mail, they did mention that to balance or the workload or something like that. It has been
it does. The rumor that you're speaking that because it's going to be backlogged, that's the reason they moved. I do not agree with that rumor, though. I do not endorse it. I do not agree with that rumor.
Interesting.
So what are the chances for Mr. June 6, 2011? It's current both in EB2 and EB3, and everything has been completed in EB3.
Everything is current. They just need to act. You should be getting the green card, but I cannot tell whether it's going to be 15 days, 10 days, 1 week, or 1 month, or it may take about 5 months. I cannot tell right now.
Okay.
I have no way of telling.
So it's not a negative thing, right, sir? That it has been
absolutely not a negative thing.
Okay, thanks a lot, sir. Appreciate your help. Thanks, Nitya Garu.
Sir, thank you so much for calling, Andy. Yeah, thanks.
Nitya Garu, with regards to the EB2 and EB3, we want to address it because we put it as there.
Correct.
Typically, people are filing the labor certification. They should file in EB2 in the labor certification, though.
Okay.
The reason is that if you file in EB2, you can do EB2 or EB3 I-140.
Okay.
And a lot of people are predicting that the EB2 is going to move forward. We have seen that Charlie and other people are telling. But this is what's going to happen, right? I know it because a lot of immigration lawyers are also predicting. But I know the clients, I believe I know clients much better. Because most of the people, and thanks for the TV Asia to give the opportunity for us to know them, is that most of the people that I know who are in EB3 have the capability of EB2 also. They have the EB2 approval.
Right.
That means that, the EB2 people also can convert into EB3 by downgrading, which all the people know.
Yeah.
So it will be just like Los Angeles lanes, highways, whichever lane is empty, it's going to be rushed. So there will be more back and forth going forward. It will not be only EB2 moving, it will be moving both the things. So for the people who have, they can have both EB2 and EB3 approved, and then, either they can choose to interfile, or if they maintain the non-immigrant visa status, they can file both 485 application, choose whichever boat reaches the end, you can choose that boat to be yours. So those options are there for people. If they maintain the non-immigrant status, they can refile the entire application under the EB2, or they can do interfiling by getting but for interfiling, you need to get your I-140 under EB3 approved. Otherwise, you're not eligible for the 485 approval.
Right. And Rahul Garu, one more thing. And historically, has there been any pattern to this movement of dates, or has anyone been able to find a pattern?
Good question, Andy. We have seen that in Chinese nationals, though. The mainland China, the dates keep moving back and forth, sometimes EB3, sometimes EB2, sometimes EB3. It keeps changing every 3-4 months. It has been there.
Okay.
And it's going to come to Indians also. We were expecting it to come. It has come, and it will come, and it's going to continue that. It's going to be zigzag. It's not going to be one straight way going, one line going forward.
Okay. Hopefully, fingers crossed, Andy. Let's take our next caller on that note. And in the meantime, I have a question for you, Rahul Garu. This is from Ganesh. It says, I'm a permanent resident living in the USA. I met a girl who is in US currently on a visitor visa, and we like each other a lot. I was wondering if I'm legally allowed to marry the girl. Also, is there a provision where she can continue to stay here once we do get married?
You can get married to her. You can file the 485 application immediately. She can continue staying here until she gets a green card. I'm assuming that you're speaking about marriage, not just engagement.
No,
marrying. Yeah. If he marries, he can file an I-130 and 485. Even though her B2 expires, once the 485 has been filed, she can continuously stay in this country and get the green card. Absolutely not a problem.
Rahul Garu, on a related note, I was just wondering, does that allow them to travel in and out of the country at that point, or no?
No, they cannot travel outside the country until they get an advance parole, which may take up to 6 months to 1 year for them to get it. That's the only hindrance that they have.
Okay. But at least it's better than, not having, being able to come here for the next 2 or 3 years.
Right.
Because they're marrying someone. That's good to know. All right. For all you single guys listening in, this is a chitka. All right. Let's take our next caller with phone number ending in 7774. Andy.
Hello, Rahul. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Rahul. So my question is, I have my visa stamped in my passport from employer A, and it's valid till September 2022. And now I moved to employer B, and I recently got my new passport because my old passport is about to expire in same 2020 September. So I got the new passport, and the old passport has stamp saying cancelled, and it says any visa can be used. Both are attached together. So my question is, I'm planning to travel to India in December, and I want to come back on my old visa that is on old passport. So would there be any issues, or am I good to travel back?
None, zip, zero, no issues. You can travel, you can come back as long as you're coming before September 2022, even though you're not working for the company that has a passport stamping, even though it is in the old passport though, you can still come back. But when you come back though, don't show just the 797 and come into United States. Tell them that you are not working for that company, you're working for a different company. Show them the 797 approval that you got with the current company. Make sure you get the I-94 expiration date that is valid until your company B's, the current company that you're working for, expires. And if once you enter into United States, check the I-94. If there is any problem, report to your lawyer. There are ways we can fix it out immediately, but if you delay, we cannot fix them. So you can go, you can travel, no problem, sir.
And do you know, like, when the once I come in, and within how many hours will the I-94 get updated, Rahul Garu?
Anywhere between 1 hour to 3 days, typically.
Okay, so for example, if I wait in the airport for 1 hour just for name.
I didn't said that. I didn't said that if you wait in the airport that you'll be. I said 1 hour to 3 days. You can't wait in the airport for 3 days.
No, I'm just saying, just for example. I'm just talking about the best possible scenario. For example, if it gets updated within 1 hour, just in case. And
I didn't say that it's wrong. You're taking the wrong thing. I said 1 hour to 3 days is not 1 hour.
No, I got it, Andy. I'm just saying, for example,
don't wait in the airport. You're getting it wrong. I don't know how to say. Don't wait in the airport. Come out. If you have a problem, it can be fixed. Don't wait in the airport because they may suspect you as something else and put you inside.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Hello. Let's take our next caller, Andy. And I have a question for you, Rahul Garu. This one is from Suresh. He says, card approved on October 28th. I'm assuming the green card. 2021 November is my date. My date has been retrogressed. Should I worry about my GC card since it got approved late October?
Congrats. Your green card is approved. And even if the date backtracks, you have nothing. Even if your green card doesn't arrive, you are good. Your green card is good. You're a green card holder. Thank you for coming to the show. You may not require to come to the show again, but thank you. That's good. Your green card is approved, even if it's backtracked. Absolutely no problem.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Let's take our caller, Andy. Caller with the phone number ending in 6766. We're ready for you now.
Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu, how are you?
Hello, sir. We're fine. Thank you. Please go ahead.
I think our interview is scheduled on 12th of November, and I just happened to see that the main interview letter notice of me says just the interview, and my derivatives it says initial interview. So are there a couple of interviews happens, or it is just one interview?
It's all your family members got the interview letters, right?
Yeah, all got it, but all the three derivatives have initial interview in the subject, and I have only the interview. So I was worrying that will there be
there will be the same interview for you, your family. It's just a natural interview. You don't have to read too much into it. It is just a regular 485 interview for you and your family.
There will be no subsequent interview after that. Is that correct?
That is not a guarantee, but 99% of the time there will not be a subsequent interview.
Okay. And the second question is, are there any, what are the basis for rejection in the interview? On what grounds that can be rejected?
Last time I saw the rejection in 485 was other than the criminal records. I don't know. I'm thinking about the guy was working as a restaurant manager, but he filed a 485 as a software engineer. That's the only thing that I can think about other than the criminal record people. I'm not speaking of the traffic ticket people. I'm not speaking of the DUI who have mentioned it. I'm not speaking about the shoplifting people who mentioned it on their 485. I'm speaking more major crimes that I've seen. Those are the people that I see rejected, except this one guy who's working as a restaurant manager, but actually he filed 485 as a software engineer.
So after the interview, though the date is not current, so there will be no action till the final action date will be current. Is that correct?
You are right. Unfortunately, you are right.
Okay, no problem. Thank you very much.
Right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right, let's take our next caller, folks. And in the meantime, Rahul Garu, I have another question for you. This is from Ram Raju. Says, my underlying EB2 to EB3 downgrade amendment got notice of intent to deny. With EB2 dates current, can I interfile with my approved I-140 EB2 from another company now?
He wants to file from another company or the company that has
He
an
says
I-140?
another company.
No, you cannot, because the basis for the 485 application is your I-140 though. And since that, if that is going to be denied, your 485 will be thrown out. The better way for you, Nitya, for him would be that he files a fresh 485 application since the dates are current, and his I-140 under EB2 is current. He can file a fresh 485 application with the current company, not a new company.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, Raju garu, if you're watching this, you know what to do now. On that note, let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 6759. We're ready for you now. Hello?
Hi, Nitya garu.
Hello, sir.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Nitya garu and Rahul garu. Thank you for the service. So I have a question related to CSPA. So my son date of birth is July 30, 2008, and the priority date is December 21st, 2013 with employer A. Now I am with employer B, and perm approved on September 7th, 2021, and my priority date is final action date current on September 1st visa bulletin. So my employer B applied for I-140 premium plus 485 together on October 25th, 2021 and received by the USCIS on 10/25. We got the receipts and checks also cashed. So my question is, if my I-140 approved after October 31st, which is the retrogression happens in November 1st week. If November 1st week my 140 is approved, till my son age is logged or not? That is the question.
No, since your I-140 is not approved until November though, we only consider the dates of November is the final action dates current in November. That's the main thing. Since the final action dates are not current in November, that's one problem we have. The second problem we have is that the previous I-140 approval that you got in 2013 or 14 doesn't count because you're not using it to file the 485. So your son is still exposed right now. He's not saved in CSPA. His age is not locked in CSPA.
Yeah, but in the I saw your videos also with Emily, but here on USCIS website, I could see the CSPA age calculation is age at the time of visa availability minus pending time.
Visa is not available for you until visa is still not available for him.
Yeah, but available time definition they provided.
Wait. Visa is still not available. For the visa to be available, you must have an I-140 approval. There's no I-140 approval until November. Since November, the visa is not available.
Okay. The visa availability definition is the first day of the month of the state visa bulletin that indicates
final action date. Final action date is current, and your I-140 is approved. That's a condition. You're meeting the requirement of the final action date is current in October, but you're not meeting the requirement of the I-140 approval. So that's where the problem is. Had the I-140 been approved before October 30th, though, then you would have been, the kid have been locked. That didn't happen. You told me that it hasn't approved yet, so it may be approved in November. So he's not locked yet.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. In the meantime, Rahul, I have a question for you. This is from Mukesh Nagar. He says, my priority date is March 13, 2012. Should I interfile back to EB2? I've been working with the same employer.
Of the I-140 approval. So that's where the problem is.
One second, Andy. Yeah, go ahead, Rahul. Sorry.
Whether or not interfiling should be done or whether or not the refiling has to be done, it's a very complex question though. There are some minus points of refiling, there are some minus points of interfiling. One of the interfiling is that if you have used the EAD or advanced parole, you cannot interfile. You cannot refile it. You can only interfile it.
Got it.
So once you have to maintain the non-immigrant visa to file the refiling though. Now, interfiling, the main minus point with the interfiling is that they don't pay attention. The USCIS doesn't pay attention immediately, put your category into EB2 as fast as we would like them to do it though.
Okay.
It's not like a medical. When the medical comes in, they'll just put it, because when they do the interfiling of EB2, for them to consider, they have to do a lot of changes in their database, their everything. They take a long time for them to do it. They have to look into whether he was eligible at the time of filing the 485. That is the reason why it sometimes may be better to do the refiling. The refiling, there are a couple of disadvantages. One is the money aspect. Definitely you have to pay the entire legal fees and filing fees again. That's one of the minus points. There's also another minus point that they may issue an RFP for you to withdraw one of the 485 when the priority, when they are ready to act upon it. So that's another disadvantage of refiling the entire application. There are pluses and minuses for both the things. I want people to consider both those aspects and take it. The minus point for the interfiling is it takes a longer time for them to get the green card, most of the time, not all the time, but most of the time. For the refiling, you must have a non-immigrant visa. You're incurring the more cost here. And the other thing is that there is a chance for you to get an RFE to withdraw the other things. These are to be considered to interfile or to refile the application.
Okay. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's see. Our next caller with phone number ending in 4050, Andy. We're ready for you now.
Hi, Nitya Garu. Hi, Rahul Garu.
Hi.
Please go ahead.
This is Srinivas here. I have one question for you. Last year, I downgraded my 485, applied in downgrade in EB3 category. My I-140 got approved.
Sounds
and
good.
we received EAD and AP cards. And I'm working with the same employer on the same H-1B. And my priority date is June 26th, 2012. Considering the current retrogression, I'm planning to file a new 485 in EB2. Once we apply EB2 485, can my wife use EAD which we received in EB3? Is there any downside or is there any catches before we use that?
No,
EAD
if she uses the EAD with the EB3, she's getting married to the EB3 application. She's getting married to the EB3 application, technically speaking about. You can then interfile EB2 into this application, okay? I have seen USCIS, though she's getting married to the EB3 in the situations, I have seen USCIS still approving EB2 though. But it is a technical problem that she has used the EAD of EB3. Now she should go on this 485 rather than that 485. Technically, that's the way it's supposed to be, but I've seen USCIS still approving EB2. So you'll be taking a chance depending on if the officer will dig deep into it and say, hey, you know, this 485, I cannot approve it because she worked on the previous EAD. So there is a chance you are taking a risk in it. That's up to you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling. Folks, stay tuned. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. To have a strong foundation in English, Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us, 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975, Shop online for lab certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1844-626 బడి.
Hire international teachers who are well trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info at Test Prep Pundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test prep pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం TTA ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో SPBకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. ఫర్ మోర్ డీటెయిల్స్ ప్లీజ్ విజిట్ www.tdaconvention.org.
If tax rate is your issue, we're probably not your state.
Tone deaf and out of touch. Phil Murphy just doesn't get it. I'm 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗨𝗚𝗏. It's not just taxes where he's failed us. Phil Murphy ignored the warnings and sent COVID patients into nursing homes. 8,000 seniors and veterans died. He tried to ban cops from notifying parents when kids are caught with drugs or alcohol. Who does that? Had enough? New Jersey, it doesn't have to be this way. We can do better. And when I'm governor, we will.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు, మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్, $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్ట్లు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ దోశ అప్పడం బడ హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి
welcome back to our talk show with experts. Let's pick up our next caller, Andy, and in the meantime let's also go through some of the questions. Rahul Garu, there's a question for you. This is from Janwar Harish. It says priority date is September 2014, EAD under renewal since past 4 months. My current EAD expiring in Jan of 2022. Can I travel with the EAD advance parole renewal receipt notice in case my new EAD doesn't come in time?
Absolutely. EAD will not be any problem. Your EAD will
only with the advance parole kadandi.
you can refile it and be approved even though you left the country.
Rahul Garu, do you mind repeating that, sir? There was some interference with the signal, so we couldn't hear you. Sorry.
Right. EAD will still be approved even though the person has traveled outside the country.
Right.
The advance parole may have advance parole may be denied. If they come within January 2022, they can still come in.
Okay.
Afterwards, if by any chance advance parole get denied, they can refile advance parole application. But EAD will be approved.
Okay. Thank you, sir. All right. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 6126. We're ready for you now.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, Nitya Garu and Rahul Garu. First of all, thank you for doing this service to our Indian community. I think it's very helpful to reduce the anxiety levels that climb up in employment-based immigration.
Thank you.
My question is, I heard you say something just before picking up my call, but this is also related to travel. My 485 with 765, 131 EAD AP, that is, everything was filed in August. I have a priority date of January 2013. I am documentarily complete, meaning fingerprints have been taken, biometrics have been completed and applied to the case. I am the primary applicant and my wife is the dependent. My question is, if I travel because of a family need without the AP being approved, and if my wife stays here, will her EAD and AP application, is it tied to my travel as well, or will she be able to,
No, even if you travel, she will still get the EAD and AP approval. Absolutely not a problem at all.
Okay. Well, I may have to refile AP if I come back.
You're right, but not your wife.
Not my wife. Okay, perfect. That's good. Another question on that is the AC-21 rule, right? Like currently, I'm looking at end of January for the 180 days to be complete after USCIS received the application for 485. If I travel internationally, is the AC-21 still applicable? Meaning after January?
You mean to say, is the time period that you spent outside the country, will it be deducted from the 180 days? Is that your question?
Yes.
No, sir. It will not be deducted from the 180 days. You will still be counting those 180 days, even if you left the country and visiting India.
Oh, okay. Perfect. So if I come back, it's as good as I stayed here. And as long as I was employed with the same employer, I can.
You are absolutely right.
Perfect. So I can take the advantage of the portability. Perfect.
Sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Those were the two questions. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy.
Nitya Garu, with your permission, I want to
Yes,
go to the questions quickly. Some of the questions to answer the things.
Absolutely, sir. Yeah.
Anjali Chadra has this question that she made $2.5 million in cryptocurrency. She has made maybe a lot more, but $2.5 million is what she wants to invest into the investor green card.
Yes.
Congrats, Anjali, that you did a good job. As far as the EB-5 is concerned, though, a lot of people are under the misconception that EB-5, you're going to get a EAD within 3 months after you file, and you will be able to file the 485 immediately. That is a lie. When I go to these Indian places, they say, hey, you'll get an EAD within 3 months. No, that is not true. The total time for you to get a green card is about 7 to 9 years if everything goes in your way. So practically, it's not about the amount of money that you have is not directly going to get you the EAD. It's not that easy. First, you have to get the I-526 approved. Then you have to file the 485. Then you get the green card. And guess what? The green card is only valid for 2 years. And then you have to get the waiver for the green card. So for you to get the entire green cards until the end, though, it may take up to 7 to 9 years. And some people are asking, hey, I read the law. There is no provision that says that after the I-140 is approved for more than 2 years, if the prior date is more than 2 years, not the I-140 is approved, but if the I-140 prior date is more than 2 years, you can file the 485. That is there. It's there in the 912th page. The section is CI. You are allowed to file the 485, but you have to pay an extra fees of $5,000 in the congressional bill that is there. You can go ahead with your questions on there.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's take our caller since we've gone through a couple of questions. Caller with phone number ending in 6126. We're ready for you now.
I think you just answered my question.
Oh, okay. We didn't realize you were still on the line, sir. Sorry about that.
Yep.
We thought we were on to the next caller, Andy. Okay, let's take our next caller, guys. And in the meantime, let's cover some more questions, Rahul Garu, really quick. Question from Samuel Metu says, USCIS is playing games by moving EB2 and EB3 in a way that there is always a disadvantage to one of the groups. Is it a trick to divide us, and when the pool switch over, then they can delay the process and waste green cards?
Definitely, we are not divided in this, though. We all want all the things. We were never divided. Absolutely, they cannot divide us. We are very united, for sure. I can tell that we all want the employment-based green cards numbers to be used. However, though, the way they are handling, I am very, very disappointed. Though they wasted 60,000, approximately 65,000+ green cards they wasted last year. Of course, you know, it was projected to be 100,000. Thanks for all the letters that you guys have written. It came down to 65,000 wastage of the green cards, though. Definitely, the way that they are moving the dates, final action dates, I'm not happy with it. They should move the final action date, especially for EB3, more advanced. When the 485s were pending, Charlie was telling that he doesn't see a lot of EB3 pending. I mean, he must be out of his mind to say that. When he sees May 16th, 2011, all the way to January 1st of 2015, he should assume they are Indian nationals and they're EB3. I don't know how he cannot read that one. His computer tells that it doesn't mean that it doesn't. It was EB3. He should have known that. Right. So all these miscalculations and waiting until the last quarter, if you recall, Nitya Garu, the first 3 quarters, the amount of adjudications they have done is less than what they adjudicated in the last 1 quarter last year. Right. In fact, they adjudicated more than, very many more than the first 3 quarters, though. Although with the congressional pressure and the kind of letters that you guys are writing, though, I do see a lot of people who are getting the green cards much earlier this time. I mean, there are a lot more adjudications that got approved in October this time, though. But still, we need to keep the pressure on them. We need to keep writing letters to the congressmen to adjudicate, and the drafts are being provided in there. Right. So, yeah, we have to keep the pressure. They're not dividing us. They will never divide us.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Rahul Garu. On that note, let's take our
and then this Sridhar Garu said on the same note, Nitya Garu, with your permission, I want to read it out.
Please go ahead, sir.
My green card, it says that the card has been produced. Does it mean that my green card is approved? Yes. 99.9% of the time, yes. This is the things that we are seeing. A lot of people got the green card in October. I wish they would have got in September because they would have been counted before. But anyway, better late than never.
Yeah. No. All right. Thanks, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 7666. We're ready for you now. Caller with phone number ending in 7666. We're ready for you now. So *6 Andy to unmute your line. And while we're waiting on that caller, let's just take another question, Andy.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hi. This is Rahul here. Can you hear me?
Yes. Rahul calling. Rahul.
Yeah, hi.
This is so cool.
Hello, Rahul sir, and hi Nitya. Thank you so much for helping the community. Sure. I have one small question. I have my EB3 filed back in 2014 with the priority date of 2014 actually, and I was out of country, so I was not able to apply for my this when the priority date came to current. I am not able to apply the 485. But I'm with a new employer now, and they are open to file the perm and the I-140 the first day itself. So I want a suggestion from Rahul sir that should I go for a EB2 perm or EB3 perm looking at the current scenario?
EB2, absolutely EB2. Here is the thing, if you file an EB2, you can use that for EB2 or EB3. But if you file under EB3, we cannot use that labor to file an EB2.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller, guys. And then Rahul Garu, I have a question for you from A. Kumar. Says, I changed my company last year, had the I-140 approved with priority date of Jan 2016. In my current company, perm is in progress. I'm moving to another position in the current organization. Do I need to start everything over? Yeah.
If I were your lawyer, no. You don't need it. And if you were working for these big companies, what we call it as FANG, Facebook, Apple, Microsoft, and Google, you definitely don't need to. But if you are working, it depends on some of the other companies, the lawyers, so they may sometimes tell you that to refile it. If I'm your lawyer, or if you work for any of these big companies, you don't need to. We call it as a natural increment in the position. If you move to a manager level and higher manager level, you don't need to refile the labor certification I-140. That's my opinion. But some of the companies may have a different opinion. That's my opinion. That's the immigration opinion. That's the big companies' opinions too.
All right. Thank you, sir. Let's take our next caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 2600. We're ready for you now. Caller with number ending in 2600. We're ready for you now.
Hi, Rahul Garu.
Go ahead.
Hi, Rahul Garu. Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Actually, my wife started using her EAD, but we applied our H1, H4 extension. We received our approval, but we didn't get our I-94, and that should be fine. That should be okay or not.
What do you mean? You received what? You received H4 approval, but not the I-94?
Yes.
The H4 can never be approved without the I-94. I-94 has to be with it.
Yeah, the I-94 was not attached on the bottom of the receipt on the approval notice.
Right. Did you file with the law firm?
Yes, we did.
Well, the lawyer must receive the I-94. You have not received it, but the lawyer should receive it.
Oh, okay. Okay. So now she is on like a H4 status, or she is on a EAD status? That she is on a, because
technically, technically, once you use the EAD of the 485 application, before the H4 EAD has been approved, okay, she is considered to have been married to the adjustment of status.
Okay.
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 But check
so
with
even
your,
that.
You can
even
switch. She can switch back to H4 if she wants to. All she needs to do is that go to Mexico and have a coffee and come back. Okay. That's called automatic. That's called automatic revalidation. We can switch back to H4 if she wants to. But make sure that she has the H4 approval with the I-94, which has been given to a lawyer. H4 will never be approved without the I-94. It cannot be. Technically, it's not possible. So it is with your lawyer.
And we received a EAD direct to us, but not.
I know.
H4.
No. The H4 approval goes to H4 I-94 goes to the lawyer. EAD comes to you. H4 797 comes to you. That's the confusion you had.
Oh, got it. I understand. So I'll check with the lawyer. Thanks. Thanks, all.
Thank you so much for calling, Andy. All right, let's take our next caller. And on that note, all right, let's take one quick question, Andy. Rahul Garu, this is a question from Nitin Soma. He says, Rahul Garu, you mentioned that you can work for multiple companies on EAD that is with 485 pending. Do I need to be watchful on the total number of hours worked, or is there no limit as such? Can I get a question on the GC interview?
You can have a creative solutions for the amount of hours that you're working though. Sometimes, you may be doing research for one thing, that same research might be used for a couple of different companies though. Sometimes the companies might be flexible in hours. So typically, if you are working for 2 full-time jobs, I don't see that as much of a problem.
Okay. But what if when it tends to be like more than that, sir? Just out of curiosity.
Yeah, I have seen people working for more than 2, especially my brother-in-law has been working for 2 full-time companies, and he still does some job outside sometimes though.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with it, but how to handle the situation to a persons who believe in 9 to 5, which I don't believe in 9 to 5 workers at all. I personally don't like them at all. I am not 9 to 5. And these people, my job is 9 to 5 or 8 to 4. No, there are people that work very hard. I really like those people. I personally am that person.
Okay.
But how do you justify those things when you go to an office that only think that brain only works from 8 to 4, other than that doesn't work for them? You have to be a little bit more creative. You may want to discuss with the immigration lawyer when you go for the interview how to answer those people though.
Got it. Makes sense. Thank you, Rahul Garu. Let's take our next caller, and a caller with phone number ending in 3266. We're ready for you now. Caller with number ending in 3266. Please press *6 and to unmute your line. *6 to unmute your line. Caller with phone number ending in 3266. Please press *6 to unmute your line, Andy. All right, let's put this caller on hold and take our next caller in the meantime. Let's get a question as well in. Rahul Garu, this is a question from Pradeep R. It says, will USCIS do any work on cases that are not current after the November bulletin, like issue a medical RFE, or will they take any action only after the date is current again?
Good question. A lot of people are confused whether they're going to receive the EAD or not after the date has been backtracked. I was very surprised that I even got these questions. The first thing is that your EAD and advance roles will be approved even if your priority date goes back. They may issue an RFE on medical, G325, that means employment and address history from the past 5 years. They may issue an RFE on 485J supplement, whether you're working for the same company. If you move to a different company, please have your current company file a 485J supplement. Those all activities could happen. You could also be interviewed for 485, even if the final action date is not current.
Okay.
You could be done all those things. The only thing that will not be done, unfortunately, is that you will not get the green card once a date backtracks.
Okay. Gotcha.
Why? A lot of people ask this question, why are they interviewing? The final action date is not current. Well, let's assume that, okay, you filed a fake 485 application. You're not even eligible for it. That doesn't mean that they have to wait to adjudicate that application for 10 years and you're going to keep on getting the EAD and advance parole. No, you should be checked whether or not it's a genuine application, whether you're still eligible for the 485.
Right.
We call it as pre-adjudication though. So you may be interviewed and everything is run. They will do pre-adjudication of the 485 application, which is actually good for you if the interview has been done. You get out of the way when the final action date becomes current, you're in good shape.
Right. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, let's go back to our caller, Andy. Caller with phone number ending in 3266. We're ready for you now.
Yeah. Thank you, Nitya Garu. Hello, Andy, Rahul Garu.
Hello, sir.
My name is Kishore. I have filed under EB1 category concurrently in May 2021.
EB1 A, B, or C?
EB1C.
Okay.
Recently, just this week, I received for biometrics for all my family members, but I got all in 4 consecutive days, not one day. So I have 4 consecutive days. So can I go on one day, on the first day, all with my family members and request, or should I stick to my 4 days and go every day?
Try it. They're not going to harm you. They're not going to shoot you down. Try it. If it works, if it works. If it doesn't work, if it doesn't work. Not a harm. Go and try it. If I were you, I would try it. I've seen that working 95% of the time.
Okay. So it is Texas Service Center, right? So when I can expect my process to be completed on whole?
Your I-140 is your I-140 approved?
Yeah, still no, not yet approved. Still pending.
Well, if your I-140 is not approved, your 485 is not going to be approved. Period.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Thanks, Andy. Thank you very much. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, unfortunately, EB1C I-140 may take up to anywhere between 6 months to about 2 years for them to adjudicate the I-140 application. And there is no premium processing for EB1C, at least right now.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, I have a question for you. This is from Hawaii Islands. It says, what are the advantages of taking a lawyer with you for the 485 interview?
One thing a lot of people need to understand is when you take the lawyer to the 485, the lawyer will not be answering the questions to the officer, especially the personal questions about your employment, your address history, your mother's name, your father's name, your mother's date of birth, your father's date of birth. It will be you who will be answering. It definitely is a strength. It definitely is a strength. I strongly recommend people taking the lawyer, because if the officer divulge into something which is not related, then the lawyer may correct. You know, some of the times what happens is that they ask questions. Like, for example, one of the client that I attended the interview with, I mean, he is top rich guy and a very rich client, and I didn't expect it that he had any theft case on it. What happened was that they asked, have you ever been arrested? He said no. And then he asked the client again, have you ever been arrested? Louder. Then I said, officer, I want to speak with my client. I took my client outside. I asked him, have you ever been arrested? This guy was actually shot once in the leg. Some robbery attempt. So I said, no, that's not right. Then I went back, and then the officer asked 2 times, have you been arrested? He said, and then I got it out. I took my client outside. I said, what happened? This guy owns a motel, and somebody called the 900 numbers from that motel. Somehow it leaked out, and he refused to pay the bill for the 900 because he didn't think that he did it, and he refused to pay. They filed a criminal case, and he went to the police station, said, do hell with it, I'm just going to pay the money. According to their records, he's been arrested.
What? Okay.
Yeah. So it's very minute things. These things may pop up, and then when you have a lawyer, it definitely may help. But it's not all the time that I would say that when I went there, I was able to, get it much better than, sometimes I'm just a witness. Everything goes through smooth. I just stay there, do nothing. Hello, hi, officer, and that's about it. But I want people to watch the video that I did 485 interviews, do's and don'ts. It gives a clear idea whether you'll be sitting on the left side of there are 2 chairs in the front, 2 chairs at the back. Will you be sitting at the left side? Will you be sitting at the right side? All those things are directions have been given.
Okay.
It's called do's and don'ts of 485 though. Just check that for sure once. But if you have any doubts or anything like that, I always would like you to take a lawyer. Even if you're taking a lawyer or not, I want you to have a mock interview done by a lawyer. Where they look into the 485 and then they do the mock interviews.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's a great suggestion, Rahul Garu. And I think, off and on, like about 60% of the people who go in may be fine with the normal interview, but there'll always be that,
I would
get a few gray areas.
I would say only 20% will be having somebody. Yeah. Okay. 80% of the people will be just normal.
All right. Good to know. All right. Let's take our next caller, Andy. We have a caller with phone number ending in 9300. Caller with phone number ending in 9300. We're ready for you now.
Hi. Hi, Rahul Garu.
Hi.
Go ahead, sir.
Last year I applied my 485 application when the dates moved till 2014, and I have not received my 𝐒𝐕𝐀𝐒𝐈 so far. And I also have a 21-year-old daughter. Luckily, her age is locked. So my question is,
what is your priority date?
2012 December.
Okay, good. Okay, age is locked for the kid. That's
yes,
so happy.
age locked.
So happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
After adding the 140 days. So now my question is, while my AOS EAD is pending, my daughter would like to apply for OPT EAD because she is completing college in 2 months and her job is waiting for her. So if we apply OPT EAD, will it have any impact on the existing AOS EAD?
No, none, nil, zip, zero. She can. Whichever comes first, she can start working.
Okay, that's good. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for calling, Andy. Let's take our next caller. Rahul Garu, here's another question for you. This is from Atul Mohan, Andy. Says 40 quarters taxes paid, eligible for Social Security. Why don't they give green card or at least GCEAD irrespective of the priority date?
Well, there is something called law in United States, and the law does not allow just because you have paid 40 quarters of the taxes, though. Though it's maybe beneficial for them to retain you, but the law does not allow you just because you paid 40 quarters, though. For the people who are listening to this about this 40 quarters, I just want to let the people know that if you have paid the 40 quarters of, that is approximately 10 years of your working here, no matter where you live in, no matter what status you are in, you will get the Social Security, except in countries like North Korea, which is an exempt, and Cuba, which is exempt. Almost every other country other than these two countries, you will be getting the Social Security if you work for 10 years or 40 quarters, even if you don't have the green card, even if you don't have the US citizenship.
Silent victory dance, Andy. That was all right. Let's take our next caller. Caller with phone number ending in 5725. We're ready for you now.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Nitya, and hi, Rahul sir. Thank you for your time.
Please go ahead.
My question here is, I have an EAD which is downgraded in my priority date is 2011 November, and it's been downgraded, and I have my EAD now. Recently, I got an RFE also, and it's been responded. It's been over 70 days, but no green card approved yet. So right now, I changed my employer, and I'm working with the new employer. My I-9 is verified virtually with the new company, and my employer is also running as he has some money being pending, or I'm planning to do some contracting job with that also. But my question is, what is the chance of getting an RFE? Because I moved my EAD to the new employer, and I'm planning to run with the same employer also. But what are the chances of getting the RFE?
So do you mean to say you're working for two companies right now?
Yes.
Very less chance for RFE just because the I-9 verification is done. The USCIS is not going to issue an RFE because whether or not you change the company. But even if the RFE comes in, it's not a big deal. I mean, you can work for two companies.
Okay, but
you absolutely can.
Okay, so my current employer is running my payroll. That means
as long as you're working for the current company, you're good. You don't need to file a 485J supplement. Absolutely not needed.
Okay, okay, sure. And there is one more question. My husband wants to check.
Hey, hi Rahul sir. Thank you. A quick question. Okay, I am a derivative applicant to my wife. Okay, I am on my own H1. Okay, now I got my EAD, my GC EAD, since I'm a derivative applicant. Now I'm planning to go to India. So while coming back, like if I use that EAD, so is it something like, I will get moved to EAD? Because I would like to be on my own H1 until I get a green card.
Right. There is a memo that says that once you come back on advance parole, you can still file a H1B extension. But it's not clear whether that's for the main applicant. Could it be for the dependent? The memo is not clear on that one. The memo is not there. You can try. I mean, if you can try the H1B. If it doesn't, stamping, if it doesn't get approved, you can come on an advance parole. Or if you don't have time, you can come on advance parole and still try to do the H1B extension. If by any chance they don't, stay on adjustment of status EAD.
Yeah, that's right. Because like, if
let me tell you another trick. Let me tell you another easy trick for you. Simple trick. I forgot about that. Some smart engineers told me this trick. In India, what we have, you are smart, you become a doctor, engineer. If not, you become a lawyer. That's how I am. So what is you do one thing. You do one thing. You come back and advance parole. You have the I-797 approval of your H-1B. You take the I-797 approval to Mexico. You come back on the I-797 approval saying that I'm coming back on H-1B.
Oh, you want me to travel back to some Mexico and get it, just get back on 797 so that...
that is called automatic revalidation. That's only allowed if you go to Mexico or Canada. In that way, you have the snake dead and the stick is not even used.
Okay. That means like before I'm starting, as soon as I come back, I have to go back to Mexico and get it.
No, it doesn't have to be as soon. It could be a week, 10 months, 8 months, 10 months. No hurry. As long as your H-1B is still valid.
Okay. Got you. Because like, that's my question. Thank you very much. Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah.
All right. Rahul Garu, before we close this call, I need you to say that same Samati in Telugu and all right. This is for our folks on TV Asia Telugu. All right, folks. I know we still have a ton of callers and a ton of further questions, but we're all out of time today. It is time to go trick-or-treating very soon. But Rahul Garu, thank you so much, as always, Andy, for being on the show, and especially on Halloween, to answer everybody's questions. And it's so nice to see that some of our viewers who are also getting their green cards are coming and letting us know, our happiness knows no bounds when they let us know that they did all the things that you asked them to do and they did get their green cards. So thank you so much for your help and service, Andy.
Thank you very much for hosting me, Andy.
And to all our viewers, happy Halloween. Go out, trick or treat, enjoy, have a great week. And we have Diwali also coming up, so stay tuned for that. We will be back next week, same day, same time. And so see you then. Okay? Thank you and have a great week.
Are your kids aiming for top Ivy League colleges? Are your kids aiming for top 1% scores in SAT or ACT? What is the biggest hurdle? English. They have a strong foundation in English. Test Prep Pundits presents long-term SAT, ACT English program with robust curriculum and experienced teachers. For grades 6 through 10, just $80 a month. Contact us, info@testpreppundits.com, or call us, 844-383-7844.
Fine diamond jewelry is now one click away. Maya Fine Jewels, a family legacy manufacturing their own jewelry since 1975. Shop online for lab-certified diamond jewelry at Indian prices. Visit your trusted family jeweler, Maya Fine Jewels, at 1315 Oak Tree Road, Islin, New Jersey. Shop online at mayafinejewels.com.
సిలికాన్ ఆంధ్ర మనబడి అమెరికాలో ACS వాస్క్ గుర్తింపు పొందిన ఏకైక తెలుగు విద్యాలయం. మీ పిల్లలను 2021-2022 తరగతులలో చేర్పించండి. తరగతుల నమోదు ప్రారంభమైనది. సెప్టెంబర్ 11, 2021 నుండి తరగతులు ప్రారంభం. మనబడిలో చేర్పిద్దాం, తెలుగు భాష నేర్పిద్దాం. మరిన్ని వివరాలకు సంప్రదించండి manabadi.siliconandhra.org, info@manabadi.siliconandhra.org, 1-844-626-BUDDY.
Hire international teachers who are well-trained in U.S. curriculum for just $20 an hour, or for 2 students group, $15 an hour. We teach math, science, and English for elementary, middle, and high school. Contact info@testpreppundits. Call at 844-383-7844.
A new wave in the test prep. Test Prep Pundits offer SAT, PSAT, ACT just for $499, with powerful teachers, with top 1 percentile tutors, and powered by stellar digital curriculum. Contact us at info@testpreppundits.com or call at 844-383-7844.
On her big day, she decides how it's going to be.
Get ready to make way for the brides of India.
With Malabar Gold and Diamonds.
తెలంగాణ అమెరికా తెలుగు సంఘం టీటీఏ ఆధ్వర్యంలో న్యూ జెర్సీలోని కన్వెన్షన్ అండ్ ఎక్స్పో సెంటర్ లో మే 27, 28, 29, 2022 ఈ 3 రోజులు మెగా కన్వెన్షన్ నిర్వహించనున్నారు. ప్రముఖ వ్యాఖ్యాత సుమా కనకాలతో పాటు మరెందరో సినీ రాజకీయ ప్రముఖులు విచ్చేయనున్నారు. అంతేకాదు ప్రముఖ గాయని గాయకులతో ఎస్పీబీకి ఘన నివాళి, కప్రిసియో బ్యాండ్ మరియు వైవిధ్యభరితమైన ప్రత్యేక కార్యక్రమాలు ఆహుతులను అలరించనున్నాయి. ఆటలు పాటలతో సినీ తారలు, బుల్లితెర నటీనటులు, జానపద కళాకారులు అందరికీ ఇదే మా సాదర ఆహ్వానం. For more details, please visit www.tdaconvention.org.
If tax rate is your issue, we're probably not your state.
Tone deaf and out of touch. Phil Murphy just doesn't get it. I'm 𝗔𝗦𝗓𝗨𝗚𝗨. It's not just taxes where he's failed us. Phil Murphy ignored the warnings and sent COVID patients into nursing homes. 8,000 seniors and veterans died. He tried to ban cops from notifying parents when kids are caught with drugs or alcohol. Who does that? Had enough? New Jersey, it doesn't have to be this way. We can do better. And when I'm governor, we will.
ఆకర్షణీయమైన చీరలు, అప్పురపరిచే ధరలు, అందరికీ నచ్చిన, అందరూ మెచ్చిన షో మన లక్కీ మహిళ. బోలెడంత ఎక్సైట్మెంట్, వండర్ఫుల్ విన్నింగ్ మూమెంట్స్.
ఎగ్జాక్ట్ చెప్పారు. మీరే గెలుచుకున్నారండి. కంగ్రాచులేషన్స్. $220.
సెలబ్రిటీ హోస్టులు, అదిరిపోయే పంచులు, సరదా సరదా కబుర్లు.
ఆశ, దోశ, అప్పడం, వడ, హెల్ప్ మీరు ఆడుతున్నారు.
ఇలా మరెన్నో మెమరబుల్ మూమెంట్స్ తోటి ఫస్ట్ యానివర్సరీ జరుపుకుంటోంది మన లక్కీ మహిళ. Watch it live only on TV Asia Telugu.